Hello, everybody. Welcome to Astrorisa Moon Forecast. It has been a moment. I'm glad to be back, being able to do some forecasts for you. Yes, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're hanging in there. I hope you're doing more than hanging in there. I hope you are living your best life in spite of everything that's going on in the world, because this is what we have to do, right? We have to live our best life regardless. So, again, I'm doing something a little different this time. I hope you like it. Please reach out. Let me know. All right. So, what I'm going to do is talk about the three moons in May. Now, we've got May 1st, that was the full moon. We have May 16th, that's the new moon. And we have May 31st, the second full moon, also called the blue moon. So we've spent, my friends, the first half of this month in the deep end. Because of that May 1st Scorpio full moon, we have been unearthing things we can no longer unsee. So much information coming out. Of course, that does have to do with Uranus being in Gemini, but also coupling with the moon times. I'm telling you, it's been a bit exhausting. I had mentioned to you all a couple of times in the past when we were doing the forecast for the year. I was saying last year, I said this year that when Uranus moves into Gemini, oh my God, I was posting on Facebook letting you all know what that's going to look like, right? We are in the thick of it, and so much information. You cannot hide lies. You just cannot do it. And so much of that information has been coming out. But also with the lot of the information that has been unearthed and will continue to be unearthed, we also have to deal with the understanding that awareness without action is just a different kind of cage. So what are we going to do with all this information? What are we going to do? Whether it's global information, whether it's personal information, what are we going to do? So today I'm going to move this conversation into a different style type video. I want to call the grouped moon forecast the great exit, because with both two moons, full moons, and the new moon collectively, it's really pushing us to some type of exit strategy. So we're moving from the heavy revelations of that Scorpio full moon to the grounding work of the Taurus new moon, and then finally to the cutting of the cord, which comes with the Sagittarius blue moon. Blue moon means two full moons in 1 month. So if May 1st Scorpio full moon exposed any type of toxicity, but we're going to talk about relationship toxicity because we have a Taurus new moon coming up. So if there was any type of toxicity that was exposed for you, work with this new moon and dealing with that. Because at that time, with that Scorpio May 1st, a full moon. It was a time of seeing, right? The unseeable. You were noticing the subtle ways power was leveraged, right? A lot of red flags were being revealed. You had an aha moment that you didn't have before. It's like, wow, this is really different. You had an understanding that you didn't have before. But again, all that awareness is wonderful, but without action, it's just another kind of cage. And the action, because we're dealing with moon work, the action is dealing with how we perceive things, how we're going to use the information, how we're going to make personal changes, how we're going to feel about something, and so on and so forth. So, with that, we have this upcoming May 16th Taurus new moon. And this is going to be a very important moon, telling you, because it's going to be that time to set grounding energy that we all need to begin the process of rebuilding and or building self-worth or physical boundaries. Again, we can't live in a gilded cage. So we have to change the boundaries. Is it emotional, psychological, or physical boundaries? This Taurus moon time is a time of rewiring how you value yourself. The key word is rewiring, how we are viewing ourselves, how we are valuing ourselves, how we are viewing and valuing others. So during this Taurus new moon, this is a very good moon time to set physical and energetic boundaries. I'm going to say that again. But this Taurus new moon, May 16th, is a very good time to set physical and or energetic boundaries. This isn't about us just thinking about change. This is a good time for building also the nervous system's capability or capacity to handle the new changes. Our nervous system is right now like a fried wire. So it's time to begin to mend that wire. It's a fried or frayed wire. Use this new moon time to repair yourself. And in repairing yourself, you're setting boundaries. Whether, again, emotional, psychological, physical, but this is a time to really focus on your nervous system. Now, the upcoming May 31st, Sagittarius full moon, which is the second moon of the month called the blue moon. Now, that can ignite a spark within any individual to exit any type of toxic relationship or commitment. And I'm focusing on relationship because we have a Taurus new moon, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, aka the energies of Oshun. The higher octave of Oshun is not bothered by other people's opinions. Very much about what does she need to sustain herself and feel balanced and feel happy. It's not a selfish energy at all. But again, as I mentioned, this upcoming Sagittarius full moon at May 31st, the reason why it's going to spark an individual to want to exit toxicity, regardless of who and where it's coming from, even if you're being toxic, you might have an aha moment, say, wait a minute, let me pull back and really check myself. That's if you're constantly doing self-care, self-work, shadow work. The reason why is because this Sagittarius moon is opposite Uranus in Gemini. And Uranus in Gemini is going to dull the desire to explain yourself to others. So if you're used to saying to yourself, if this is your mantra, if they only just understood me, they change, etc., etc. So that's a psychological, mental, that's a trap. It's time to release yourself from these cages. And so you're going to feel, many of you are going to feel like, I just don't want to explain myself anymore. I don't see why I need to do that. That whole broken record just begins to evaporate. Also, like Uranus brings the snap to detachment. It cuts the cord. And you have this strong urge to fix, to save, or even to explain yourself. That's going to be replaced with this upcoming fierce Sagittarian moon. Because this Sagittarian moon opposite Uranus and Gemini is going to really push one to really go after their own personal freedom. The other wonderful thing about this moon time, because it is a blue moons are very powerful because they act as a second chance to get something right. So you were working, the first moon, the May 1st Scorpio moon was a little difficult for a lot of people. Again, it was pulling up a lot of stuff. You did as much moon work as you possibly could. You felt maybe exhausted. You was just like, this is just too much. But guess what? We have a second full moon. And this one comes with a lot of fire. It comes with a lot of freedom or the pursuit of freedom. So between the first full moon and the Taurus new moon and the upcoming second full moon, look at where you have been playing small. Look at where you've been playing small to make someone else feel big. If you're doing that shadow work, have you been wanting to feel big by making other people small? But look to where you have been playing small to make someone else feel big. The May lunations may challenge many of us to either move from a state of acceptance and survival to a state of freedom and adventure. We do have Pluto in Aquarius. This is a great moon time to do some self-repair. Instead of trying to repair everybody else, do your own self-repair. What does that look like for you? Addressing toxicity from another approach, another way. How are you going to do that? Creating boundaries. What are those boundaries? expressing personal freedom. What is that going to look like? So, whatever you're going to do for the month of May, as we are moving towards this new moon and then the full moon, rewire yourself, rebuild yourself, change what is valuable if it wasn't benefiting you, and just have a fabulous moon time. With that, we're going to see a visual expression of this moon time.
Yeah. You walking slowly like you own a room. Black silk smoke and luxurious fumes. Everybody bends when you shift your gaze. You make devotion feel like a maze. You like your love with a little control. Fingers pressed deep where the bruises don't show. Every question turns back on me, till I forget what I came to see. You pull me close just to test the wire. See how long before I tire. But I was never built to drown, and I can feel the ceiling now. You want fire, I bring distance. You want chaos, I go still. You keep reaching for resistance, but I already broke your will. Every silence is different now. I don't panic when you disappear. You keep circling for reaction, but the air too clear up here. Codes and loaded looks, half-truth confessions and unfinished books make every wound sound romantic somehow. But the spell don't hold me now. You mistake possession for depth, like jealousy means there's love left. But I can see through polished games and cold wars dressed up as fate. You feed on storms inside the mind, me under just to feel alive. But something shifted in me lately. Your gravity don't move me, baby. You want fire, I bring distance. You want chaos, I go still. You keep reaching for resistance, but I already broke your will. Every silence is different now. I don't panic when you disappear. You keep circling for reaction, but the air too clear up here. Clear up here. I stopped mistaking pain for connection. Stop confusing tension with affection. Now your echo sounds small and strange, like a ghost upset I changed. You keep waiting for me to chase, for tears to fall, for me to break. But I let the whole thing die and watch peace return overnight. No slam doors, no dramatic scene, just one last look at what you could have been, and me finally breathing clean.
Remember to know your truest self, follow the moon, and I'll see you during the next moon time. Take care.